What's good, everybody? This is Asante, aka Camino G, and in this video, this is part 5 of the Calling the Chaos installment. I wanted to discuss with you guys the concept of spiritual autonomy. And right now, with everything that's going on, I wanted to touch on just things that are important for me and just in my journey. There's nothing more important to me than my autonomy and my sovereignty, my ability to rule over myself. Though I may not always have control over external circumstances, the most important thing I can do is govern my own faculties and essentially guide myself. With the coronavirus, there is an attempt through social media and other platforms to take away one's right to govern themselves. Ultimately, we're in a fight for survival against external forces. Whether or not COVID-19 is something that was created in a lab, and whether or not it comes from an imbalance with nature from the standpoint of us as human beings. A lot of us that, not necessarily me, but those of us that are in a state of fear, find themselves running from their own shadow self. And the media and different platforms are using individuals in the collective consciousness as well, their own darkness against them. And so, with everything that is taking place, the way that things are going about in terms of just this virus, we have no control over it. The only thing we have control over is our mental space and the things that we do in our day-to-day lives and what we do for ourselves. That should be a primary concern, because there's a lot of sheep thinking and individuals seeking to keep the next person in a state of fear. If you're cool, calm, and collected, and the next person has been absorbing this negative media, they want you to feel the same fear that they do. And that's problematic. You know what I'm saying? If you're not taking this situation seriously, then there's something wrong with you from their standpoint. We understand that, okay, those of us that have healthy immune systems, those of us that are not, we're not in adolescence and we're not elderly. We have a responsibility to take care of ourselves and make sure that we're maintaining proper hygiene and things of that nature. That's understood. But those are things that you're supposed to be doing on a regular basis anyway, because that is a part of self-preservation, So, for me, what's important to me is maintaining my own individuality. Everybody is being affected by this in some form or fashion. We get that, okay? But I refuse to go about things in a way that go against me and my knowledge of myself. A lot of people don't understand that, and with me being a man and understanding my masculine energy, it does me no good to be in a state of fear. Regardless of what's going on around me, I still have to be able to get to that place where I make decisions regardless of how I'm feeling. Even if I'm feeling fear or apprehension or uneasiness, I have to take care of myself. But me being in a state of fear does nothing for me, and it does nothing for those around me. Okay, fear doesn't necessarily make me move. It doesn't make me move. But knowing what I need to do, follow my intuitive faculty, listen to my spiritual faculties, that's what's going to prompt me to move. Being in tune with my own nature and being in tune with the environment around me, that should be prompting us to move. And so no one likes to be, at least for those of us who thrive on our independence and our autonomy and our ruling over ourselves, nobody likes to take orders from the next person. Nobody wants to do that. And nobody likes being told or being made to feel as if they have to do this or do that, and they no longer have the right to choose for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So remember your spiritual autonomy. Remember your individuality and the power that you possess. Okay? And remember to trust yourself in this situation regardless of what's going on, and the fear-based material that they're pumping out. We know it's a lot of people dying. If that's what they're presenting, if that's the case, we know that there's a lot of people dying. But at the same time, you're not dead, and you have a responsibility, and your life is not over. So remember your spiritual autonomy. It's the same. The same goes for me. So I'll be speaking more on spiritual autonomy and just biological and psychological warfare in this time, because there's a lot of chaos, but you must thrive in the chaos. You know what I'm saying? You have to remember who you are, and you have to trust yourself through this pandemic and these trying times, because we made it this far. You know what I'm saying? So remember your autonomy, remember your power to make decisions, because everybody is being forced to face their own shadow. I'm not watching TV. I'm either outside or I'm spending time studying and reading different materials and building my intellect, and connecting with different people. But at the same time, I still go back into my own space in my own place. So remember to govern yourself.